Hey, wait. Before you skip ahead, just to let you know, you can actually watch the full version of this on our Patreon, and you can actually watch next week's episode a full week in advance. I mean, it's very easy. I mean, right down there in the description, or right up here in the corner. Feel free to give it a click, and we'll see you there. Don't you just hate those to be continueds? Like, you're right in the middle of an awesome story, and then Sorry, little JoJo's Bizarre Adventure there.
Oh. That's why we binge watch things.
Yeah, like if I'm watching a season or something, I usually have to binge watch them, and it's not that bad at 22-minute episodes, except for when it's Game of Thrones and it's. Okay, just one more episode. Just one more episode. Just one more episode.
Just uno más.
Before you know it, you've watched an entire season in one night.
That's why.
That's why.
Like anime that are coming out, because I'm on a little bit of a kick with certain animes. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that it's not like Netflix and they're all available to me right now. I wouldn't sleep.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't sleep because there's so many good anime coming out right now, and there's some that I'm watching, like Dr. Stone. I'm watching it, and I'm just like, oh, this is so good. I want to see what's. Oh, I gotta wait a week.
Yeah.
This sucks!
I hated having to wait a week on certain shows. I'm so glad I watched Game of Thrones after it was complete.
So you didn't have to wait?
I was a late comer to it and everything. Dude. I heard all the hype, and I was like, I don't care, whatever, I'll watch it one day. Here was the painful thing
for us, though, man. Season 7 ends, we're so hyped, we're waiting for Season 8. 2 years! Mm-hmm. 2 freaking years!
Yeah, I heard.
And then lo and behold, we get Season 8. And the majority of the fans out there,
6 episodes.
Vast majority, 6 episodes,
episodes,
and the whole series in 6 episodes derails itself, shits the bed, and catches cancer and dies of AIDS all at the same time.
Pretty much.
That's one way of putting it. Yeah.
Well, that's how it was for us. You, on the other hand, where you shotgunned the whole damn thing the whole way through, it didn't affect you that bad.
No.
But for us, for the longtime fans, it was just like, ugh, what happened? What did you do? And I just wish that, because the 2 showrunners, Weiss and Benioff, they said they only wanted to do 6 seasons. That's what they were contracted to do, and that's all they wanted to do. But HBO was so adamant to keep them on as the showrunners that they offered them a ridiculous amount of money, but yet the passion was gone. Yeah. You could tell the passion was gone.
That's a long time to be on those extremely hard sets. I mean,
yeah, it is.
Talk about winter being up in extreme conditions. You had imagine doing that. Let's see, 11 months out of the year every day.
Well, yeah,
which exhausting.
I wish HBO would have instead gone to Nutter and Sapochnik, the 2 other big directors on the show. They were directed the best episodes. Mm-hmm. Nutter and Sapochnik. I wish they would have gone to them and said, "Hey, you guys want to be the showrunners now?" So that way Weiss and Benioff could go off and do whatever they wanted, and the passion on the show would have remained the same all the way through, and we wouldn't have got a rushed conclusion. Thanks a lot. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm very passionate about that show, and they shit the bed on me. To me, they shit the bed. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I was passionate about it. Now I'm just kind of like,
well, hell.
Well, hell's bells.
Well, anyways, this show does not disappoint and does not have a disappointing climax.
That's good.
Sorry, there's a gnat.
Oh.
Annoyance.
Ancient Chinese trick.
Except I didn't do it with a chopstick. I'm not Mr. Miyagi.
Every time you do that in a video, you should play that whoa, yo sound or whatever. Yeah.
Yo!
Bum, 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 bum,
yo! Yo!
I remember you had that one of your notification sounds while you were playing Sekiro,
yep.
And every now and again you hear yo. Boom, boom.
I didn't do it as a notification sound, but every time I would drink the sake, I would play the sound.
Okay. Sake. Jackie. Sorry, Jackie Chan Adventures.
Bad influence on Jay.
It's like
my notification sound also kind of fit for Sekiro because it was Hanzo. So I mean,
true.
You honor me.
Good one.
That kept scaring the crap out of Lynette while she was playing.
You honor me.
Visage last night too, because people were donating. She was like, "Oh God!" Every time that happened.
You honor me. It scared her more than the actual game did.
Yeah, I was like, I should have done it with the spooky sound notifications. I didn't think about it.
You should have gone with the ones that I had.
Yeah.
Like the Jason Voorhees, yeah, silly stuff like that. So, all right.
If you could get a notification sound of just the nurses screaming in Silent Hill 2, that'd be scary as fuck.
That'd be awful.
So I walked at that door, that one part, and was like looking at chat as it loaded the thing, and I cleared that hallway before, but it trolls you by spawning 3 nurses around you as you come out the door, and they're all like, "Yeah!" And I was just like, "Woo!"
I'm gonna have to queue up some awesome notifications whenever I do the Exorcist VR game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have some queued up and have them come through my headphones, so that way I'll just be standing there like a real tense moment, and all of a sudden I'll just hear like the demonic scream from that one movie. Just all of a sudden I'll just be like, "All right, I'm opening the box." Ah! I'm just gonna be like, "Oh God!" I'm just gonna be in the floor dead.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to do anything.
I'll do like actual clips from The Exorcist, the movie.
Oh God! Like I'm not gonna do the one. The one your mother sucks. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that one.
Even though that was the one that immediately came to mind.
I figured it was. Gosh, but okay. Avatar: The Last Airbender. The show that we're reacting to. We got the second episode queued up here. Let's give it a watch and see what happens. Here we go.
Yep.
I discovered the new avatar, an airbender named Aang. And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. I believe Aang can save the world.
And that's the intro we get from here on out. Ooh. Sorry about that.
You signaled the Fire Navy with that flare. You're leading them straight to us, aren't you?
Aang didn't do anything. It was an accident.
You shouldn't have gone on that ship. Now we could all be in danger.
Don't blame Katara. I brought her there.
The foreigner is banished from our village.
Sokka, you're making a mistake.
No, I'm keeping my promise to Dad.
Katara, you knew going on that ship was forbidden. Sokka is right. I think it best if the airbender leaves.
Fine. Then I'm banished too.
Would you really choose him over your tribe? Your own family?
I don't want to come between you and your family.
This is goodbye?
Thanks for penguin sledding with me.
Where will you go?
Guess I'll go back home and look for the airbenders. Wow. I haven't cleaned my room in 100 years. Not looking forward to that.
Let's see your bison fly now, air boy.
Come on, Appa. You can do it. Yip, yip.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'll miss you.
Aww.
I'll miss you too.
There goes my one chance at becoming a waterbender.
The Fire Nation could be on our shores any moment now.
But I gotta.
And no potty breaks.
The village.
Oh, that's bitchin' looking.
It's actually pretty cool face paint.
Oh, man!
My watchtower.
That's pretty impressive. You built that though.
Cool. Wow. Bruh.
Where are you hiding him? He'd be about this age, master of all elements?
Bonk.
Nice job, Boomerang. Oh.
Lucky Grammy had that helmet on.
Yep.
Hey, Katara. Hey, Sokka.
Hi, Aang. Thanks for coming.
Looking for me?
You're the Airbender? You're the Avatar?
Aang?
No way. You're just a child.
Well, you're just a teenager. If I go with you, Will you promise to leave everyone alone?
No, Aang, don't do this!
Don't worry, Katara.
We have to go after that ship, Sokka. Aang saved our tribe. Now we have to save him. But we owe him.
Katara, are you gonna talk all day or are you coming with me?
My man.
Nice.
We're going to save your boyfriend.
He's not my.
Whatever.
You'll need these.
Aww.
You have a long journey ahead of you.
Gran. For the win.
It's been so long since I've had hope. But you brought it back to life, my little waterbender. Aang is the Avatar. He's the world's only chance. Now your destinies are intertwined with his.
There's no way we're gonna catch a warship with a canoe. Appa!
You just love taking me out of my comfort zone, don't you? Take the Avatar to the prison hold, and take this to my quarters.
Hey, you mind taking this to his quarters for me?
See, he's a general.
Passing the buck.
Uncle Ira's a general. He's retired.
I bet I could take you both with my hands tied behind my back.
Silence.
Awesome cosplay idea.
Damn. He was right.
Fly. Soar.
Please, Appa. We need your help. Aang needs your help.
Up. Ascend. What was it that
Yeah.
kid said? Yeehaw. Yip yip.
You asked for it.
You did it, Sokka!
He's flying!
Yep.
I mean, big deal, he's flying.
Yeah, pretend all you want, kid.
Ah! You haven't seen my staff around, have you?
Yeet.
Thanks anyway.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh, Iroh.
Sorry. My staff.
Looks like I underestimated you.
Ah!
Oh!
Oh, hell.
What is that?
It's a flying bison. What's it look like?
Appa!
Oh, crap.
Aang! No!
You want to get below deck? He's bringing a tsunami with him.
Now that was some water bending.
Thanks for coming.
Well, I couldn't let you have all the glory.
I dropped my staff.
Got it.
That's what he did to him.
Poke,
That's
poke,
from the
poke.
Water Tribe.
Ah.
Katara!
Hurry
All
up,
right.
Sokka!
Yip yip.
I'm just a guy with a boomerang. My eyes deceive me. It's a flying bison. Nice misdirect. Oh.
You'd be shoveling
Good
ice
news
for
for the
days.
Fire Lord. The Fire Nation's
Well, they get
greatest
melted.
threat is just a little kid.
That kid, Uncle, just did this. Dig the ship out and follow them.
After you dig it out.
As soon as you're done with that.
It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
I don't know. I just sort of did it.
Why didn't you tell us you were the Avatar?
Because I never wanted to be.
According to legend, you need to first master water, then earth, then fire, right? If we go to the North Pole, you can master waterbending.
We can learn it together. But before I learn waterbending, we have some serious business to attend to. Here, we'll ride the hopping llamas. Then way over here, we'll surf on the backs of giant koi fish. Then back over here, we'll ride the hog monkeys. They don't like people riding them. But
It's just
that's
a
what makes
kid.
it fun.
He's just a kid.
Basically, he's a 10-year-old god
Yeah.
that doesn't have any idea.
12, but yeah.
Oh,
he's-
yeah, that's right. He's 12.
Well, the thing is with this show, okay, the whole, I didn't ask for this, the whole Destiny storyline thing. The problem with that is it's often overplayed, but it's a lot like the liar revealed story, where someone lies and then later on it's revealed and everyone's just moping and doping around until eventually someone admits that they were wrong and then blah, blah, blah. It's a whole thing. This has... But the thing with this storyline, the whole I didn't ask to be the Avatar, it has potential. Like, every storyline has potential. I mean, it just depends on how it's told. You see, one of my favorite films ever, How to Train Your Dragon, has the liar revealed storyline.
Yeah,
But
I
yet
love
it's
it, man.
done in such a great way, you really don't care. Because it's the way they tell the story. And that's why this one works so well, is because the way they're telling the story is so new, so fresh, so original, and has such great characters. And it works on almost every level that you look at it from. And I don't know, man. I mean, I love this
Cliches
series
basically
so far.
are cliches because they get used a lot because they are good storytelling elements.
Yeah.
And if you use it in the right way, it's a powerful element to tell a story with. So, powerful tool, basically.
Yeah. No, I
It's like
agree
if
with
you use
that.
it in the lazy way, obviously it's just the same old thing everybody else has already done. But
Yes. But if you actually put thought and effort behind it, I mean, who's to say that it... I mean, for instance...
it's like
Go ahead.
in game went with time travel,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, time travel, but it was still awesome because they at least put some thought into it, explained it in a way that wasn't totally common, and
Yeah.
made it work for that. So
Well, yeah. I mean, if that's... but that's what they were aiming for. I mean, and I guess that's why they went through such efforts on trying to show how it could work. Plus, they also made semi-pop cultural references. It's like it's not like Back to the Future or Terminator or something like that and stuff like that. I mean, because people have seen time travel in film before, but presented in a more logical way because it, in truth, ties in multiverse theory, which they tried to touch on in Spider-Man Far From Home, but that was later revealed to be BS because turns out
Spoilers.
I didn't say
I still
how.
haven't seen it yet either.
I haven't seen. I've
It's
seen
also
it. But
kind of like the series Future Man because it's like, oh, there's these time travelers and they go back to try to change something, but like they use that as the overall plot to it and keep playing on that, and it keeps working out to do more and more different and hilarious situations because of. I don't want to spoil too much for it because I recommend everybody watches it, but it's just like it doesn't exactly go the way you think it's going to go, if it makes any sense.
But that's a good thing. I
Yeah.
mean, it's good that they keep things moving, but at the same time, it's not in a way you expect. I mean, that's one thing about this show. I mean, I never expected it to go the path that it went, but I was just like, whoa, like this is some pretty heavy stuff.
It goes into a lot of really deep, darker. I don't really know how to explain it. It gets really deep. Like
When you set something up with a war, it's hard to keep it like super bright and positive, you know.
Yeah, true.
At first, like the show doesn't really focus on the war, other than the first couple episodes and stuff. Other than the Fire Nation, just kind of repeatedly, it shows you how relentless the Fire Nation is. But it later on, as it goes, it'll show you how much it's actually affecting the rest of the world and why they need an avatar. Because it's not like they can just rival up against this because they've got a military that's impossible to defeat, pretty much.
Well, and it. You see the real world parallels to the different cultures in this. The two that we've seen so far, the Water Tribe, which is effectively like Inuits, Eskimos, you know, like people who are more accustomed to the cold. And then you have the Fire Nation, which is, you know, fire, steel, and a lot of people draw parallels to it to the Empire of Japan back when Japan was on sort of a tear throughout the Pacific. And was just taking over everything. I mean, anything they could land on, they would try and take. They would try and take for themselves.
Yeah, and also the Fire Nation, where they can basically create fire out of thin air. They have like an industrial revolution. There was a lot of theories when you go into like what could each element bring to society if you used to use it to create stuff. And fire is definitely one of the most effective because you know, fire is essential for forging, for making metals, for energy work, combustion engines, stuff like that. And where they can practically just make it out there, although it does exert them and exhausts them after a while because it requires a lot of their energy to do it. You know, essentially, if you have thousands of workers, you can pretty much make machines, tanks, other stuff like that pretty much the other benders don't have a chance against.
Yeah, and the one thing for me about water actually could be used, well, mainly for, you know, achieving it to where everyone can get water effectively, because you know, all you really need to do is find water sources, and thus, you know, people like earthbenders can ford new rivers. And
when you combine the elements, which the show eventually does, it really shows how much you can do a lot of stuff with. And
fire, but fire is probably the most dangerous too. I mean, water and earth.
With fire and combining it with the other ones, you get a lot of really overpowered stuff you can do, because you can make steam with water, which is, you know, pressurized.
Legend of Korra shows that a lot too. Well, because that's it's more of a utopia, and all the elements are working together.
And then with rock, you can basically, like, you know, if I guess if the fire is powerful enough, you can make magma.
Make lava.
Pose a problem for your enemies.
Actually, they play with the idea that by combining certain elements, both you know, earthbenders and firebenders actually can work together to stop something, to stop like natural disasters and stuff like that, like lava flow. Firebenders and earthbenders can work together to effectively like part the sea, if you will, like part the sea of lava and help stuff out. Which that to me is I love how they play with ideas like that in this show, and you see more and more of it as the show goes on. I mean, we've only scratched the surface of the stuff that's in this show, and you know, there's already a world teeming with possibilities, and that's the beauty of this show, and how big of and broad of a story that it presents to you, with characters and stories that are so interesting you can't help but just like throw yourself into it and just fall in love with these plot lines and these characters. And it like I said, we're only getting started. This is the second episode, dude. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I want more.
I want more. More. Yeah. But overall, I think that's going to do it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. This was, once again, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Episode 2, The Avatar Returns. So, if you want to see more, feel free to check the link down below in the description, and you'll be able to find our Patreon, and you'll also be able to see our subscribe button right down there. I believe it's right below Nick's feet right now. Also, the little bell that you can ring to stay notified. And if you want to like the video, greatly appreciate it. And until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
Micah.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Nick.
And we will see you all in the next one. Peace out.